What's going on, YouTube? It's Q back here again with another video for you. In today's video, I'm here with the 2025 Nissan Kicks, and this is the SR trim. The Kicks has been totally redesigned for the 2025 model year. So gone is a 1.6 liter inline four, and now we have a 2 liter inline four. It's going to be cranking out 141 horsepower, 140 pound-feet of torque. And you can see that this is well designed. And rumor has it is that they designed the Kicks after the sneaker culture. You always know, y'all know I'm into my sneakers, Black Panther Edition, 4Ds. But this was also designed in the sneaker culture with that in mind as well. So it also has a set of 19-inch wheels that can come on this as well. These are the stock ones. We do have another set as well. And this right here, these LEDs, this is going to be exclusive to the SR trim. So this one, I got this one in the two-tone color. Got a plethora of different colors, fun colors, vibrant colors. So what does the Kicks bring to the table for 2025? We're about to find out. And before we do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. The Kicks, in my honest opinion, is very well designed. It's going to come stacked with a bunch of features. You can see we got the front park assist, we got the forward collision with the LiDAR on there. We'll see that in the video when we drive. But all of the LEDs on the lights, front and back, and the interior as well, have been LEDs. We got a nice style set of wheels right here. These are the standard wheels. The design on here is great, and it brings fun to the whole Nissan brand for a very low price point. And you can get a lot of these in two-tone. So got the gray with the red on the top. I think that is unique, very, very unique. So the Kicks is going to come in 3 different trims: the S, the SV, and the SR, with the SR sitting at the top of the range. And the S is going to start a hair below $22,000 before destination. So the SR trim, this one here is going to start off at a base price of $27,680. But the grand total is going to be about $31,710 once we load it all up. And what we're going to get on that is the SR all-wheel drive premium package. This is an all-wheel drive variant as well. So that's going to add the 10-speaker Bose system with the speakers in the headrest as well. We got the panoramic sunroof, the heated seats, steering wheel up under the rear seats, the rear ducts to get the hot air back there, and remote start. And we do have a couple other features like the splash guards, the two-tone paint, which would be $250, and the carpeted floor mats. You saw it already in the trunk. Let's pop the hood and see what we got powering the Kicks. Man, these hoods weigh a ton. But this is the 2 liter naturally aspirated 141 horsepower. That's all we got here. But that's all you need. That's all you really need. And the EPA is going to rate this at 27 in the city, 34 on the highway, with a combined of 30 miles per gallon total. And that's for the all-wheel drive variant. It's going to bump it up a mile per gallon on the highway for the front-wheel drive variant. Coming on to the rear, what do we have here? So we don't have a power lift gate. It's hydraulic, but it does come up easily. So once you just tug on it just a little bit, it'll go all the way up for you. It's kind of like it's power, but it's hydraulic still. And this is going to be leading the class with 30 cubic inches of room with the seats folded. But if you fold the seats down, it's going to double to 60. So that's excellent. Class leading, like I just said. Underneath this Kicks floor mat, we got nothing, just more space. So you can add more storage, tire inflator, whatever you want. This is going to be a very practical, super efficient vehicle. And to close it, we just wham. See, I have my backpack back there. What's the back seat going to be like? Watch out for that goose poop, Q. Nissan wanted to bring a lot of features to everybody that we can afford. So what do we have back here? Going to be soft touch everywhere. It's going to be more up front. This is hard plastic, but that's not a touch point for you. You ain't got to worry about that. The SR is going to have the red stitching, and we got the red accents in the seats as well. What's the headroom going to be like in this back seat? Me at 5'11", can I easily get back here? Of course I can. With an ample, I got like 4 inches of headroom. I did kind of hit my head on this coming up in here, but we got ample headroom. We don't have a lot going on back here. In the middle of the seats, we're going to have a couple of cup holders. And in front of us, USB-C outlets, so the kids won't have to fight. The room back here, the seat is cut out. These seats are very comfortable. I'll talk more in detail about the seats. The rear seats have the same technology as the front seats as well, so that's huge kudos, but I'll talk about that later in the driving portion of the video. So I'm sitting behind myself right now. I do have, my knee does touch there, but we do have the cutout. If I want to hold my legs tight together, then I'll be fine. But if I want to get my Al Bundy on, my knees will be touching the seat. It's not bad, and I can tell them, hey man, slide that forward. Or you can just tell them to shut up, because I'm driving the car and you don't get rights as a backseat passenger. And what you're going to notice that you don't see on a lot of other vehicles, the back seat, we got the pano roof up here. That's uncommon, very uncommon for a vehicle in this class. Coming on up to the front seat where we got this mutant mosquito trying to get in. Let me hurry up and close this door. So we're going to notice we got the Bose speakers in the headrest. Game changer right there, especially at this price point and for the class. I don't think anything else has that. We got more of the red accents in the seat. Soft seats, very supportive. Like I said, I'll talk about the seats more later on in the vehicle. But up front, remember I said we got the hard plastic in the back. Up front, no such thing. We got leather wrapped up here. We got nice design cues. It looks like carbon fiber, but it's actually just some kind of material, synthetic. I don't know, but it's a cloth, or what is this? No. But it's soft to the touch. So your elbow, that's a touch point. You're going to be feeling pretty great down there, as I just came back from a drive. And then we have all these other design cues down here. This looks like a brushed metal. Pretty sure it's not, but the design of it looks fantastic. We have more of this material that was on the door coming across the dashboard. Let me show y'all what this lovely display is looking like as I turn it on. So this cabin is going to be very spacious up front. It is a little bit intrusive down here with the gear selector and these buttons. Still got enough space for the legs. I can get my Al Bundy on up here as well. We have our drive modes here, 2 more USB-C ports. HVAC controls, they're easy to use. It's kind of like a capacitive touch, but easy to use, easy to read out. It's not in the screen. Actually, you can get to it in the screen as well, where we exit to the Nissan screen. Let's go home. Actually, we got our own climate screen here. So if you want to use the infotainment system for climate, there it is. Have this gorgeous display. Notice we got our rear seat indicators. If you got the kids lying about buckling up, we'll know up front. But this cluster shows so much information, so clear, great to read. It's fantastic. Nissan knocks it out the park with this style cluster. We seen something like this on the Nissan Z and on the Sentra. This is more of the same. All the information that we need is just so clear, so vibrant. The graphics are excellent. We also get heated steering wheel in here, heated seats. Now I did rag on the Sentra about the steering wheel buttons, but this one you can differentiate the rear skip or the back skip and forward skip, because we do have this little nub down there. The option screen right there, the volume, everything is distinct up here, so it's much easier to tell. We also get a wireless charger, so phone's going to stay there, going to be gripped. Wireless charger, couple cup holders. This is very deep, so you can get your big gulps down there with no problem. It swallows up my whole phone. And this compartment, not too big down there, kind of on the tiny side. So if you're a person that struggles with parking, Nissan's got you with the kicks. So we press this camera button. We got a 360-degree camera angle. As you can see, I'm just so messed up in this parking spot, but I did it for the photo op. But you can tell the top-down view where they got the cameras on 4 corners of the vehicle. We're front, back, left, and right. So we can see all around the vehicle. And it comes in handy for people that struggle with parking. And you can change the modes as well. You press the camera button, it'll give us different views. You can see a curved view right there. We can just extend the front view of it where we can see more in front of us, or we can just turn it off. But this is the standard view when we press the camera button. And of course, when you go into reverse, it's going to show us what's behind the vehicle. So let's take the 2025 Nissan Kicks for a spin. Got manual seats, manual steering wheel. Let's be off. Here at the Nissan Technical Center in Farmington Hills, Michigan. This is where all the technical magic happens. We even got a crash test building out here. Beautiful campus. Was going to record out here, but they're cutting the grass, so maybe another day. They got some fish out in the ponds in here too. Let's see how we are off the line. Got this 140 horsepower. 141 maybe? No slouch. We got all-wheel drive, so Somebody refusing to let me in. Shut a roll, lady. Woo. Got some rough road coming up, running into some turbulence. We're next to the Alps right now. Got the Hyundai Kona. It's also going to go up against competitors like the Jeep Renegade, the Chevy Trax, and the Kia Soul as well. But this one's going to have a lot more features that those don't, and undercut them by price point. It's got all-wheel drive, which you can only get on the Kona. We actually have this panoramic sunroof, which you don't get in any cars in this class, this besides the Renegade, and that's about $35,000. So this car is a very nice package at its price point especially. Let's see what these 141 horsepower do on the straightaway. Woo-wee! CVT doing this job. This doesn't feel like a CVT. These CVTs feel good to me, actually. It feels very similar to a traditional automatic. There's not a lot of drama like it is when the gears shift, but it feels the same, so you won't notice a difference, really. At least me, I don't. And the all-wheel drive, this is going to be a front-wheel drive bias, all-wheel drive. And the rear, it'll go to the rear axles when you need it to in the curve, or if it experiences slippage, so that's when it'll kick in and really start to shine. But other than that, it's going to be front-wheel drive for maximum fuel economy. That's what it's going to be for. Coming up to another red light. Let's go to D mode. Let's put it in sport. Uh-oh, I felt that CVT getting ready. Let's see what it's like from a launch. And this is the first time it's ever gotten all-wheel drive, so especially on the kicks, new to the class, we take off. Pedal to the floor. Not bad at all. So that's got to be about the best tuning in the CVT that I have experienced so far. Felt like traditional shifts. It didn't hold it too long in the high RPM where it's like, man, just shift and go down. Just shift. It didn't do that. It just went on up, revved high, got the power down, and we just went. But let me put it back in standard mode. So we just cruising out here. We're not doing anything hardcore today. And then the instrument panel cluster is so clear, so concise. Nissan does a super good job at that. Just putting all the information that you need. This dual panel 12.3 inch display. I can see everything. Time, temperature, what gear I'm in, RPM, fuel, speed, the mileage overall. We even got kilometers down there as well. But this screen is huge, especially on my CarPlay screen. That's something that you're going to use every single day, CarPlay. That's what I use most. In any car, I'm using CarPlay the most. And this cluster is just such a nice layout. They did a fantastic job up in this vehicle. Power to pass. See an Integra Type S. They're the ops now. OG subscribers, you know why. And I can't seem to pass it. But steering on here has a decent weight to it. A lot of auto manufacturers don't really add a lot of steering feel to it. This has a nice weight to it. We'll see how it is in the curves once we get to that point. It is a little bit louder up in here, so I do hear some road noise coming through. Turn this heated steering wheel on. Turn the heated seat on too. We got 2-level heated seats. You can hear the relay clicking up in here. Coming up to a roundabout. Confuses us Michigan drivers, so we are not used to these. I'm used to them. You just get up in here and go, man. Don't be farting around. Just get in here and go. Hopefully they stop. If they stop, we're good. All right, we're coming into another roundabout. Can really test the handling here. Let's crank it up just a little bit more. Anybody coming through? Nope, we're going fast enough. Power out or power through. This handles quite nicely. Actually, this is a very good driver's car. Steering feel is on point. And then especially since they increased the size of this, it's bigger in every dimension. It's got more room than the previous generation kicks than the last one. It's just bigger, longer, wider. Hey-yo. But they also added to the ride height. They made it more truck-like, so you got more ground clearance on it. Another roundabout. I like this. This is really good at handling. Brakes. Good brakes. Not a ton of body roll coming in there too. I'm surprised. Especially for a vehicle with this ride height. Excellent. It's crazy that this car is only like $27,000 because you do not see a lot of these features. So Nissan's goal with this one was to make it feature rich because everybody wants all the features. Most people, not my car enthusiast people, y'all don't want features for some reason. But for somebody buying this, maybe an empty nester, college student, somebody with one kid, they're going to want all the features that you can get in the vehicle. And this is going to offer all of that. As my backpack falls to the ground, handles so well. So it also has some self-driving features. It's going to keep itself in the lane. So you're going to have to do it. It's going to also to alert you to keep your hands on the wheel because you're supposed to be driving the car. Don't let the car drive you. So it's there just in case. On road trips, that comes in handy. So we'll see what it's like on the curve in just a little bit later on. But holding to the speed, it's going to keep you in the lane. Let me wait till we get some defined lines. Oh my God, we got an emergency vehicle. Pull over. Let's see what them brakes like again. Skirt! Damn. Brakes bite. Pick my stuff up off the floor. All right, now pick my stuff up off the floor. Nissan, they call these seats zero gravity seats, and they took great pride in just tuning these seats. They started off in the Titan, which was the first application to get them. And now it's trickled all the way down to the Kicks, which is an entry-level vehicle. But these seats, they revised the H points, that's the hip points, to where it gives you less driver fatigue. So on the long haul, on the road trips, you won't be achy, especially when you get around my age, cresting 40. Driving in the car for a long time, it's going to hurt at some point in time when you do it for so many hours. But these seats, mad comfortable. They're actually quite well bolstered too for a vehicle of this type. Like, it's kind of like sporty seats. Aha, SR. And the sound system in here is quite nice as well. We got a Bose audio system. Gotta run that back. GPS was messing it up. Audio sound system is great. Clarity, fidelity, amazing. I did hear a little bit of static to it, but it was minimal. It gets loud enough, so if you're in the summertime, I like to ride with my windows down a lot, so you can hear everything crisp. It has a little bit of punch to the bass. I always have the bass and the treble up as loud as it goes, so if you hear a little bit of thump, that's my personal preference. Visibility, quite well. It's actually great in here. You can see everything. And as I was talking about the seats just a little while ago, seating position in here is great too. Like I said, it's manual seats, but I feel like I can sit low in here like a submarine. That's my preferred driving position, seating position. About to get ready to enter the highway. See how fast we get up to speed. Not the fastest, but we only got 141 horsepower. You knew that. You knew that, so stop complaining. Now let's see how our cruise control is going to do holding us in the lane. Let's do the closest following distance. speed is clearly a lot less than what I'm doing. Oops. It's doing pretty good. I can see a lot of micro movements in the steering wheel as this truck merges on the highway. But yeah, I can kind of see the steering wheel correcting itself quite a bit. Let's see how it does now. You gotta always apply some torque to the steering wheel, because if you don't, it's going to think that you don't have your hand on the steering wheel, and it might just cancel on you. Let's not see if that happens. Turn our signal to let it guide us into the next lane. And then being in construction zone, I see other lines on the freeway. So sometimes it could trick a system about, got to put more torque on the steering wheel. So with all these extra lines on here, the Kicks is doing really good at keeping this line. But we'll see on this curve up here. It's the tire marks, old lines. They're redoing the whole highway. We get about 10 to 15 seconds before we got to have our hand on the steering wheel. So this is not meant to be eating a full bag of chips. You can open the bag of chips and that's it. Yeah, it does quite well. Not bad. Okay, now the line started triggering it. But the warning came up and it was like, all right, Q, you got to put your hand on the steering wheel. What are you doing? Let me cancel that for now. We're going to pilot it ourselves. Welcome to Airline Kiwi. We're here. No turbulence at all. Just smooth sailing from here on out as we make our way back to the Nissan Technical Center. We're getting 34 miles per gallon, which is great. The person before me had 28. So fuel efficiency is right on par with the EPA. So that is excellent. Take this exit right here. How fast can we do? Can we do one of those Topher ones? This Kicks can really handle, y'all. Very impressive. Very impressed. Lean is minimum. I feel safe and secure. That's good. And if I got to give it one more compliment, very satisfying turn indicator stalk. Super solid. Ain't no second guessing that at all. Getting ready to get off the highway right here. Got about one more curve. So what do I think about the Nissan Kicks as I wrap it up? The Nissan Kicks is an exceptional value. So you're going to get a ton of features for the money. Like I said, you got a panoramic sunroof. That's in a lot of more expensive vehicles. You're going to get soft touch everywhere. Very well designed inside and outside. Fuel economy is on point. My thing says 35 miles per gallon right now, which is, I wasn't expecting that, especially from an all-wheel drive variant. And if you want to save more, you can get a front-wheel drive variant, because all-wheel drive is just optional. It's going to cost you $1,000 more, over $1,000 more. But like I said earlier, this is going to be for the person who's budget-minded. As much as cars cost today, you really don't need much more than this for a daily commuter. The size is just right. If you got 2 kids, I would get one of these as well. Like, it's not the most quiet, but what do you expect for the price point? This is the entry-level vehicle. It comes with so much, punches well above its weight class. The infotainment system is great. Cluster is great, easy to read. Colors are vibrant. Even the freaking cup holders, man. Some deep cup holders. Swallowed my whole phone. Swallowed it up. But yeah, this is, if you got budget in mind, even if it's not just the budget, you need A to B transportation that handles, it drives well, it's comfortable, the seats are great. It's a lot of positive to say about it. If I would have any negative thing to say about it, maybe the road noise, but it doesn't have too much bad going on. All the safety systems, it'll guide you and help you. It'll give you some driver assist features, hold the lane while you open your bag of chips. Plus, having all-wheel drive, that's something that's, like I said, the Kona, that's the ops. They have that as an option, but not too many other vehicles in this class. Like the Trax doesn't have that at all. We got this premium sound system, the Bose with the speakers in the headrest. A lot of features in this for the money, under 30 grand. kudos to Nissan for keeping the budget friendly in mind, because cars cost so much these days, it's astronomical. Like they're out of reason, out of touch with what the average person can afford. And this right here is going to give those people a lot of features for that type of money. So that's going to wrap up our time with the 2025 Nissan Kicks. Definitely hope you all really enjoyed, but definitely go check out your Nissan dealership for one of these, because it is a very compelling package. It offers a lot for the money, and I actually enjoyed my time with it, so go check it out. If you have a question, drop a comment, let me know. I'll get back with you at my earliest convenience. All that being said, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Nissan. This is my first press event, so thank you all for inviting me on that. Definitely appreciate this opportunity to show off the highlights of the kicks and the lowlights as well, because I like to be unbiased in my reviews. So thank you all for that opportunity. And that's all I got to say about that, folks. You all remember to drive safe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.